Now you want to know what videos to post to your YouTube channel and what videos are killing your YouTube channel? I can show you a lot of examples like these and 101 shorts, 15 more shorts, things to do, sphere videos. They're going to destroy your YouTube channel. This is why more and more agents are calling me saying, I'm getting no more views, no more leads, no more buyers. My channel is dying. So today we're going to break down this channel and many others. I actually found a lot of examples of YouTube channels, videos that people are doing because the views feel good, but their channels are starting to completely deplete. So if you want to know exactly what to post, what not to post, and look, right now we got to get buyers. We need to know what videos to do. So some of these videos you may be seeing or hearing about, they're detrimental to your channel. We'll break everything down. I'm gonna dissect channels, videos, all of that. And I've also got a notepad of about 10 other. You guys ever heard of American Dream TV? Yeah, we're talking about them today too. So I just want you guys to win. I want you guys to really, really kill it on YouTube. And so we'll be breaking all of that and more down here on the Boardroom. What's up, homies? Jackson Wilkie with the Channel Junkies, and this is the Boardroom. Today we're talking about what videos to actually post. Are you uploading videos to YouTube? They're getting no views or you're getting no leads. These videos are not getting any traction, or the majority of the reach outs I've been getting lately are agents who used to get a lot of traction, views, and leads, and now it's basically completely depleted. So with that being said, I'm going to kind of give you a guide on exactly what videos work. Most of you guys already know what kind of videos I'm going to talk about, but what we're going to do is break each video down individually, and then I'm going to bring up some examples of some channels and some videos of, again, we talked about niche misses last week. Some of these videos that can be killers to your channels, some of these videos that are, you know, massive mistakes. And so we will bring up different channels, might be yours, I don't know. And then we're gonna bring up a lot of examples of what does work. But I wanna talk about something first and foremost. This is just one of my YouTube channels. It's the OG, how the entire Living in City State, you know, YouTube channel started was with the Portland, Oregon channel. And so this is kind of a great example of a YouTube channel because this is the OG of all OGs. So if you've seen a Living in YouTube channel anywhere across the country, I started that. You guys, you know, I got the book, the $1 Billion Channel Method, which, man, you guys are commenting a lot and emailing me. I wanted to get this out. And don't buy this book, the $1 Billion Channel Method. Get it on Audible. I'm not here to sell books. I don't really care about them. I don't even get paid, by the way. But this will change your life. In fact, the amount of reach outs I'm getting of what this has done to people's lives, get the Audible version. It is me. It is the story. And it's really gonna help you out with, if you want to actually get leads from YouTube, that'll help you. But this channel, man, I was just looking at it because I was going over some stuff. If you hit lifetime here, you know, we started over here. That's January of 2019. You can see this channel's pretty old. This actually used to be my original YouTube channel. But what I wanted to bring up was, man, what a meteoric just rise that we had, you know, going up, peaking, you know, here, a little bit of a dip, you know, peaking here, and then a good ride, peaking here, and then from there it's really gone off. We are starting to come back up again. That's because I traveled there, did some videos. But I want to talk about this because there's a lot of, you know, things that we have done wrong since, you know, January of 29. And actually, I don't even know what day I actually launched the very first video. Might have been end of 2018. I know for 1000% fact in 2018 I was shooting all the wrong videos, right? Stuff that we'll discuss today. But what, you know, caused the meteoric rise and all of these as well. You know, this is right around the COVID time. So I want to really break something down though as of late. Let's go and we'll clear the board. And the reason I want to bring this up, let's go last 90 days. You can see we didn't have any videos. And then what I want to do is I'm going to look at a couple charts and I'm going to draw a line so you guys can see it. And this is August, okay? So this is August of this year of 24. And even with no videos posted for months, it still generated leads. Not a lot of them, but at least it still works. That's a beautiful part about YouTube. But as I draw this, I want you guys to kind of see something, right? I am going to draw all of the peaks and valleys. So as you can see, it was up here and it slowly went down. And you guys can't see it, but there's a very faint line. It's the 250 views a day is what it is for my channel. And if I draw it, you'll be able to see it kind of a little bit. So you can see how I'm above it and then cruising, and then I'm well below it and then starting to come back up, right? One of the reasons is, you know, we're doing the right videos, but two, what I want to talk about today is, you know, a lot of people are reaching out to me, Jackson, my channel's dead. Everything sucks. I posted a video and I got a bad comment. Like, I mean, it is pandemonium. I'm getting dozens and dozens of emails of people wanting into my coaching program, and we're really turning people around. But at the same time, we went through a brutal time. And so I'm going to show you my other channel, and this is all going to come together. You guys are going to like this, trust me. And if we go, I got a 1 out of 10. Did you see my last video on the Portland? It was a 2 out of 10. Lately, things have been just booming, and I have said this now. You saw we started back in 2019, so I got a good 5 years of data. And you know, we started doing it in 2018, but really doing it correctly in 2019. And so I've noticed that, you know, around the September's October, November, like that's kind of the dip, the lull. And then coming out, usually towards the end of November, Thanksgiving is when we see big rises. So keep pushing, keep going, guys. It's going to start picking up. Plus, we have the election. You know, in fact, when I'm shooting this, we still got a few days. When you guys are watching this, it'll, I believe, be tomorrow. And that could clear some airways up. And it might make some excited buyers. Please, God, right? So we've been having, in fact, the last 2 videos that I've done are number 1 and number 2. So one, I think they're liking the new style that I'm doing. I'm doing some. How much have I talked on this channel about, hey, I got so much saturation, I got to change it up. I have thought countless hours on new styles. But not only that, if we look, analytics, and we draw a little, I'm going to go 90 days. And the only reason I'm doing 90 is just because it's just the most like apparent where I can show. I mean, I can go lifetime, but it's so squiggly and small you wouldn't get it. But again, if we start in August, and what I'm doing is I'm drawing a line on my floors of each week. So the floor of every single week for the past 90 days. Now again, this channel gets a lot more views. My baseline is 6,000 views a day, not 250. And that line looks kind of like this, okay? So I know they're the same colors, but there's a cross here. So this is the baseline, like the floor level of how many views I was getting a day. This is when we were getting 250, 275, you know, upwards of 300 leads was towards the end of July, August. And I actually talked to Jojo on Monday, and he said for this month, actually not, it wasn't Monday, it was just a day or 2 ago. For this month, we're at like 119 reach outs. And so we were in the car like, man, it feels like it's so dead. We are dying. We are so slow. I can't believe, you know, and it feels like it, man. We don't have as much going on, but look at this, where it crosses right here. Look at the floor down here. So the views, September 30th, October, is this area here, right? Just got our asses kicked. So a lot of people are making drastic decisions during this time frame, and it's not the time to really, you know, pull the ripcord, because it's just every YouTube channel I've studied. We got a lot of agents that are in our coaching program, and everybody, like if I look at it, everybody's just kind of down right there. So the good news is, again, that's why I love what I do, is I teach by data analytics. I'm not just, you know, making shit up. I look at this stuff every day so that I can see patterns, right? And I've done this for years. And I think I did a boardroom video a couple months ago where I was like, I did 2 years out on multiple channels, and we saw the same freaking loops. So I'm doing a whole video on what videos to post and all that. And here I am talking about that because you guys are freaking out that none of your videos are working. And we just got to realize we went through a kind of a lull period, but we're just starting to inch up. I love to see this. And we've seen it, you know, I wonder if I can go last 365, clear the screen. And I didn't even look at this, but if I can, let's see, January, right here. Of course, it's sorry for my language, but it's a monster. Look at November right there. That's when I had a viral video last year. So look at this ultra low right here, October. And it came out of it in November, right? And then, you know, we came up, peaked, came up, peaked. So you can see this trail off right here that we've had. Now, a lot of this is due to more and more competition. I got 500,000 realtors doing the exact same shit as me, but a lot of it is this time period, and just this year has really slowed down, you know, on sales. I think I was talking to Jesse the other day, and he tells me a lot of stats, and I think I remember 1 out of 100 of them, but he said something like this year, or during election years, real estate sales are typically down, I think 5 or 10%. And this year we're on that. So compared to last year and the last 3 years, you know, we're down 5-10% sales. He'll comment down below and tell you the actual number. But with that being said, you can actually see this uptick starting to happen again. So now we know things are moving on up. We're doing the right thing, right? We're getting our videos out. Let's talk about what we need to avoid. I got to get my handy dandy. So now, like I showed you in the intro, there's, you know, a lot of people teaching things and just doing whatever they think they can to get as many views as possible. So I want to go back to that. I'm going to switch here real quick. Now, just to give an example, if I go just to a search bar right here, I want to go to my channel, but I'm going to go to a search bar and I'm going to type in, because I saw this the other day, it was pretty funny. It came across my feed, Sphere Dallas. So, and as you see here, you know, the top placed one, besides it, there's an ad right here, right? This is an ad. So #1 ranking is a real estate agent channel, right? So these are huge, massive niche misses. And these are usually people, you like kind of get desperate. We showed a lot of these last week. Whenever we need more views, our videos aren't performing, we'll try anything. And so these typically bring in, like, if you think about what's happening in Dallas, the Las Vegas Sphere, if you right now moving your family to anywhere in the country that's not a place you don't know, is a Sphere or a new auditorium or some kind of big thing there, does that really help you with trying to figure out where to live? No. But what these do, and I've done the, you know, back years ago when we were starting, we didn't really know what we were doing. Now we've really refined the process. These are things that are going to bring in a shitload of the wrong traffic, right? How many people moving to Dallas really care about a Sphere, right? They don't. So that's going to be national people. That's going to be MMA fighters, you know, because it was right after they had the MMA fight there is when they launched that. So, you know, if you go to the channel, pretty much all I'm going to show you a few other things that you see. So if you go to videos, usually you would see shorts up here, but maybe they don't have any, right? But you just got to do, like, you know, one more click. You got to dig a little deeper, because shorts are the worst things ever. And the reason I show this is because it's a big channel. So I was wondering, and it's also somebody, you know, really teaches and preaches how to do YouTube, but they got, you know, a little desperate when their views really started to fall down. So when you go to playlists, you'll notice a lot of them, like what's happening in Dallas. And then here it comes, man. You got the YouTube shorts, you got podcasts, you got real estate investing, you got 102 more shorts over here, 15 more shorts here, things to do shorts, places to eat shorts, eat my shorts. You got podcasts all over the place. So again, these are all massive niche misses. And what happens is, and a lot of the people that are emailing me, Jackson, I got desperate. I put ad spend behind mine. I did shorts. I'm doing everything that you say not to do. And I get it. Once you start getting desperate like that, you'll literally try anything to get your views up. Now, the other aspect of this is, I've spoken on stage many times. I've actually been next to him one time, and he was talking about how his channel was really not performing as well. And I'm like, it's end of 2022, 23 at EXPCon, and I'm there, and I'm like, we're getting like 200, 253, like our channel's exploding, and you're in the #1 relocation market. So when I took a look at it, and I'm like, oh, I get it. Tons of shorts, tons of things to do, taco videos, interviews. So he completely got away from what actually drives the traffic, and the #1 thing he was doing in all the audiences. And the reason I say is because I don't want you guys making these massive mistakes. Subscribe to my channel. I love realtors. I want as many of you guys as possible. So when you get your YouTube channel, now you're telling every realtor in the world to subscribe to it, or all your friends, or everybody who's local, you bring all that traffic on, they're not going to watch it. The real estate agents in that crowd are not moving to your city, state, right? So you may garner some, referrals and stuff out of that, but you're killing your YouTube channel. So if you're in a top relocation market and you're doing YouTube shorts and Sphere videos, and you're telling every realtor to subscribe to your channel just so you can boost those numbers up and sell courses, it's a big mistake, right? So I want to go back and talk about all these niche misses. So, and it's because you guys last week were really big on this stuff. So the other thing that I saw, it was crazy. I was here and I went to my analytics tab and I went to inspiration, and I don't know if it's going to be the same, but I just like looking at this every once in a while. It is, okay? So this gal's actually a badass. She's been in there coaching. Look at that, 37,000 views 3 weeks ago of Tour This Insane House. Good job. You're awesome. 47-minute video. I know you've been working hard on that to get those times up. But I saw this guy here, and it was very interesting. Las Vegas homes for sale. Terrifying news, right? So I was like, well, first of all, that's not inspiration for me. I don't want to do it. But I'm like, I always got to see it. So I click on it. Okay.
Check this out.
Now, first of all, we're going to look at the comments, and then we're going to look at the channel. So he's got 61,600 views for Las Vegas living right here. That's pretty sick. But I would venture to say I guarantee this guy's getting leads, and I guarantee he's probably closed some sales, right? But is it a lot? What's his real motivation for this channel? Is it just to grow subscribers? Is he getting, you know, the AdSense? So I believe personally, because I know multiple agents or multiple people who run channels like this, they make their money on AdSense. Now, the best one that I've ever personally seen, he's actually been in my office. He comments on some of my videos. He was in my office, in my studio. We were going through his channel, 100,000+ subscribers, had just hit the $10,000 a month mark, but was doing videos every single day. This is about once a week. So I would imagine he's probably more in that like $1,500 to $2,000, maybe $2,500 a month in AdSense. But the problem with those videos is they go up and they die, right? They go up and they die. So these are the kind of videos that you have to stay up on top of. But actually getting leads, I mean, if you go, there's 656 comments because we're doing all negative. Again, you guys see this stuff, 61,000 subs, 30,000 views, and you're like, this is amazing. Do you know how many of these freaking people I have in my coaching? A ton of them, because they are the ones who, I don't get any leads anymore, right? So I'm not dogging it. Like, dude, to grow a channel to 61K subs, that's gangster. Like, you're working your ass off. So I give this dude a ton of credit, but I don't want you viewers out there seeing this and thinking this is the way you get leads. This is the way you close homes. The most home sales that I've ever personally heard of or seen are from living in style channels. It's just bottom dollar. I don't care who says what. I'm talking millions and millions of dollars of GCI a year, right? Like, that is a shit ton of home sales, right? And if you look, you know, and this is actually his pinned comment, you know, despite reports of strong economy, inflation has significantly impact every sector. Prices are skyrocketing, like this whole doom and gloom, right? The first comment, read this. Julie says, I moved from California to Vegas. I wonder if I can, so that you guys know I'm not lying. I can't make this up. I moved from California to Vegas almost 3 years ago to retire from a 35-year career in real estate. I have been watching your channel since before I moved here. You sell real estate just like I did, by always telling the truth. It's a horrible market to buy in now. I still haven't bought one because I don't want to be upside down when the market crashes. And we both know that it will. Thank you for proving great information for your viewers who really need you, right? So again, this is going to be a lot of negative people who all believe that the housing market's going to crash. Is it gonna? I don't really know, but I feel as a real estate agent, like, I don't think it's gonna. And you listen to all the economists, and I get to listen to Jesse Dow, the smartest person I know. It's the rubber band. Like, if these interest rates drop or whatever, it's gonna go. Do I think it's gonna be a perfect market in the next month, 2 months, 3 months? No, but I think, man, we might be getting towards the bottom. But an all-out crash, like, you guys let me know down in the comments, you know, do you feel like we are headed towards a massive 08 crash? Because if you read 656 comments, there's nothing but this is gonna crash, shithole economy, everything is going down, right? Look at this. If by some miracle homes in Vegas end up going back to 2017 prices, I know who I'm getting as my agent. So there's a lead, but they're gonna wait until the prices go down to 2017 prices. Might have to wait a long time for that lead, right? Thank you for pointing out the gaslighting. You earn my respect. You know, there's just, if you keep going, right? There's a lot of people who post their like houses and stuff in here, but a lot of it is like, oh my gosh, I'm never buying. The Fed is concerned with inflation. It's going up faster than they deem as wealthy, which is true. They are not concerned with high prices. I mean, it's just all negative stuff. So I don't know if you're watching this moving to Vegas and going, oh, I gotta move my family, my kids there. I love how negative you are, and I love how you're just destroying this market. I need you to help me buy a house. Like, maybe it works, I don't know. But I also think the people that do call and go, hey, I do want to buy a house, I'm thinking about it. I think the person that enjoys this style of content is probably that style of person. So if you are somebody who enjoys, or no, actually, if you believe truly in your heart that the market's going to crash, then I say do this channel. Like, I 100% believe it, because you will have a great channel when you can speak from the heart. The guy I'm talking about, who's in my, like, he truly believes the market's going to crash. It's as bad as it's been since, 2008. And he truly believes it, and he's got a lot of passion towards it, and that's why his videos explode, right? So you just have to realize that, like, these people actually probably do feel it, and so you're going to attract those type of people. But I think right now, what we're doing, we're leaning on what these builders are doing with incentives right now and knocking off prices. And Jesse, again, the stat guy, if you guys, I'm telling you, if you guys really want to know like how to grow a business, you want to know exactly what markets are doing, you want to know exactly how to 10x it, like give me a call about partnering with us, because now you get to ingest. This is what he does with our agent. But he's like, Jackson, I looked up the data, I looked at the stats, and every for new construction. And then I was listening to the Cromford report, which is in Arizona. Which, if you've never heard of that Cromford report, it's the craziest thing I've ever listened. It's real data, right? And they said that Octobers are historically the worst for builders. Builders give the biggest incentives, and this October's been like one of the worst. So you know, starts and everything. So we just are going through one. It's an election year, you know, the economy, the inflation, all that kind of stuff. But they're handing out $100,000 freaking, you know, price cuts. Let me show you something though. You guys won't believe this shit, because here I am saying I don't know about this. This is all doom and gloom, and we are going hard into, well, shit, it's just good deals, right? You guys probably, I don't know if you'll be able to see this with the lighting. Let me turn on this camera. This will work. Because JoJo just texted me, right? I just launched a video. You guys saw it. It's 1 out of 10. I launched it on yesterday, Wednesday, and I launched 2 of them in the same neighborhood. 1 on Saturday, 1 on Wednesday. I'm going back to just 1 video a week, by the way, not 2. But, and sorry for his broken text messages, but 1, he was asking who my massage therapist was. I had to give that. But then right after that, that's today at 2:36. Right now it is 4:02 when I'm recording this. And I didn't even know I was going to put this in there, but it made me remind it. We are getting go hits on Arts is inventory. Artavia, inventory is working. So what he meant was we are getting good hits on Artavia inventory, right? I said, yeah, the videos are popping too. Keep your eyes and ears open for more deals like this in communities. He said, I am. So you got people out here doing the doom and gloom. You got them talking about spheres and taco spots. I'm just trying to sell houses, and I'm trying to sell communities, right? And in a time when our analytics, you know, October, it's been historically one of the worst I've ever seen, but it's starting to climb out. I'm not going to lose focus, right? So I want to sell homes. We still had 119 leads last month. That is like tiny for us. That's half of what we usually get. But people, they're just unaware of like, not unaware, sorry, they are scared of, you know, because of this stuff that they hear. And I mean, you can go through these, you know, you can go through a lot of these comments. There's hundreds of them. There's not one that's like, oh my God, you're the greatest ever. I can't wait to call you. Now, again, I hate doing this because I'm such a nice dude, like for real, like shredding a guy, and I'm not, because I like got mad respect for this dude, like super mad respect. But it's just, you know, if you go through videos, right, it's 100% doom and gloom. So same title, Las Vegas homes for sale, and then dying. Epic fail, terrifying, prison, busted, canceled, scam, bloodbath, 32,000 views, 20,000 views, 36,000 views, 39,000 views, 40,000, 36,000, 25,000, 60,000, right? So just like I said, right, what does that tell you? If all the videos, even for the past 2 months, have 30,000, 36,000 views, they go up, they die, right? It's those videos that don't last. So you do get a lot of AdSense, but they're not going to work for you in ranking. They're not going to work for you for like ranking for the Vegas, moving to, living ins, right? So this is going to be a doom and gloom. It kind of gets thrown into that algorithm with all the other ones. And so people are tuning in every week to hear that. They get it, and then they bounce off. So the people are just kind of tuning in for the doom and gloom. They're people that kind of just think about that all day, every day. And then those videos, I've seen them. I've even done a YouTube channel that was just like this, but for MBA, where I talked negative stuff. All the trade rumors, it blew up. I was making like 10 grand a month within the first 2 months. I couldn't believe it, but I couldn't do it every day. I was like, dude, I'm tired of talking negative. I just like MBA. So it just, guys, the reason I do this stuff is I bet you he's closed homes. I bet you he gets leads. I bet you he gets a lot of calls, but I don't know. I feel personally that it's probably not like the best clientele. And especially if you're one that's just shredding the real estate market and thinking it's going to collapse, then you're probably not selling a lot of homes. You're probably worried more about the AdSense. All right, so another one that, in fact, one of you guys commented about this. Sorry, I just typed it in. I should have showed you guys, but one of you commented last week about, in fact, let me stop you guys for a second. You know how much you guys are ticking me off? Like, I am pissed. It took me 2 days to figure out what kind of video I wanted to shoot. You guys aren't giving me any kind of ideas. So my email address, my personal one, I look at it 10 times a day, info@jacksonwilkie.com, right here. Send me a question. Send me a video you want me to freaking dissect on here. I don't give a shit what you do, but you guys are literally saying how much you love this, and then you won't even ask me anything. So I'm slowly gonna stop doing it. So I'm asking, begging, will you guys please email me all of your questions so that I can bring it up on the boardroom here. But one of your guys' comment, I had to go into the freaking comment section and find something, and one of them was, hey, what about state versus state? So I get this a lot, right? And I actually used to do that back in the day, thinking, oh my God. In fact, TubeBuddy would be like, you know, moving to Portland, Oregon versus New York, moving to Portland versus California. And I used to think it was a good idea. And then I realized when I would look at my traffic source, everybody that was coming in. So when you do a lot of these Californias versus Texas, you'll see them in every state, you know, Arizona's versus Texas, Florida versus whatever. First of all, whenever you're doing these, see, a lot of these are real estate agents, you know, right? California versus Texas, all that kind of stuff. A lot of these, you're going to bring in traffic who are looking at different states. Again, if you're hearing the overwhelming point that I'm trying to draw, is that if you are doing a video that's going to bring in people from outside of your niche, like a niche miss, right? Then it's just going to fill them into your YouTube channel, and you might feel good. You might get 100,000, you know, 92,000 views, and it might work. But how many of those 92,000 views are people truly trying to decide between, should I move to California or Texas? You know, it's just not like, who in the world's choosing? It's either Californians moving to Texas or vice versa, right? So now if you're doing I moved to Houston, Texas from California, that might be a pretty good video, right? That would, and it may actually not even get as many views as your other videos, because not everybody moving to Houston, Texas is from California. A lot of them are coming from New York and from Wisconsin and Oregon. We get a lot of Northwest people. We get European people all over the place. So the people that are from those other city states, they're not going to click on that because it doesn't hit them, right? Again, stick to relocation, stick to homes, stick to map videos. That's the kind of stuff that works. But you know, when you do these like national ones, you bring in a lot of unwanted traffic. People think, and again, let me really boil this down. How many people in this world do you truly feel are trying to decide between if they should move to Phoenix, Arizona or Tampa Bay, Florida, right? Or, you know, now I get it. If you have border towns, like we used to do it between Vancouver, Washington, and Portland, and you wouldn't believe 50% of the people that reached out were literally trying to figure out if they should move to one or the other. But it's separated by a river. Like you can look across and see Vancouver, Washington. So there's benefits of living in Washington versus Oregon, or vice versa. One has state income tax, one doesn't. One has no sales tax, one doesn't. So there's reasons why that would happen. But if you are like literally talking about two states across the country, that's a tire kicker. That's not somebody who's literally trying to move their family across the country. I mean, who does that? Well, I think today I might move to Iowa or Reno. Yep. That's what I'm gonna decide. It's one of those two. Tire kickers, not really people. So first of all, you're not really gonna attract the right audience, and two, you're not really talking to a lot of people. People aren't trying to decide between two different states. Now I'm gonna get to one more. This is probably one of the worst ones I've seen on channels, and I've seen it for years. In fact, you definitely have to search it to find it, because this shit does not help you. American Dream TV, right? These agents are spending American Dream $10,000, $15,000 for this stuff, right? And so it feels good. And I mean, you know what's crazy to me is the American Dream Network, and I've never been there before, I just searched it, 4,700 subs, 4,000 subscribers. We're the biggest, we get you everywhere. You're gonna have instant fame and success. I know personally like 5 agents who've done it 5 times, you know, what, $15,000? What are you talking, $75,000 I've talked to. They've been here, not one of them's ever gotten a lead off it, right? Well, it's good for my brand. I can do a shitload of things for 15 grand for your brand, trust me. Throw me 15K, I'll blow up your brand. Or just join my coaching program and it's way cheaper and you're gonna just erupt, right? But this kind of stuff, right? So what they do is they do a video for you and then they chop it up into a bunch of things. And so your YouTube channel is gonna have 20 different cuts, and I'm not picking on one person. I've seen this literally 30 times. And they typically come to me and they want my program because they've seen me later, but they're like, oh, I'm still trying to pay off American Dream TV. So if you ever, that's my 5-year-old, my roundhouse his ass. If you ever get approached by American Dream TV, just don't do it. And I don't know the people, I'm sure they're awesome people, but it's just, you're not gonna garner any kind of leads out of it. I guess they're maybe using it for their, but look at the view counts. 3 views, 50 views, 21 views, 18 views, 60 views, 90 views, 60, 125, 50, 240. It's just not working, man. I would love to sit through their pitch. I don't know what they sell you on, I'm sure it looks good, and then they cut all that content for you. Dude, there's dudes on Fiverr who will do this shit for you for like 35 bucks, dude. So this stuff is going to be the biggest waste of your hard-earned money that you can possibly find. I would really stay away from the American Dream TV. So there's a few other ones that I'm just going to kind of rip through. And that is like the interview videos. So a lot of times we want to interview local restaurants, shops, bars. We want to interview people. First of all, I don't know if you've ever done a video like that. It's one of the most awkward things. I feel like I'm really good at video and I'm good at interview, but like anytime you interview like a local business, it is awkward. It is very brutal. And you are just like pulling words. It's usually about a 2-minute video. But again, like refocus your attention. What do people moving and relocating actually want, right? They want to know the areas, they want to see the areas. So anytime we're doing, you know, interview videos and local stuff, it's just not like, in fact, I can give you an example. I think you guys by now would know who he is, but Kyle Whissel, he's in San Diego. He had East County Eats. He did it like 8-10 years ago. The channel had like 30,000 subs, something like that, or 8,000. I don't remember what it was. I think he had 2 videos kind of go crazy, right? Like taco videos. And so that kind of pulled him up on the stage. That was kind of how he got his start. And I ain't dogging on Kyle. I know him personally. Like we've talked all the time. In fact, I've coached him personally. And that's why I'm bringing it up, because he's like, yo, man, I want to do what you're doing with it, you know, with San Diego channel. And I'm like, cool, dude. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to use this channel that I already got and go. And I'm like, your East County Eat channel? He's like, oh yeah, dude. I'm going to use it. It's already got, I think it had like 7,000 subs or 10. I don't remember what it had. And I'm like, how many of those subscribers do you think are real estate agents now that you do it? He goes, oh, dude, they're all agents, dude. Everywhere I go, I get them to subscribe. And I'm like, so do you think people moving, relocating there, you know, do you think that's going to actually go out and hit those people? I'm like, I'm telling you right now, your whole entire YouTube channel is nothing but agents, and they comment on their greatest video ever. I fell in that trap. So in 2018, like I was talking about earlier, I was doing hundreds of shops, restaurants, bars. That's all me and Jesse did twice a week. We hit up every shop and restaurant. The videos fell flat on their face. They literally garnered us 0 leads. It was a great learning lesson, but you don't have to learn from it. I already did. I can tell you right now, they don't work. So even Whissel, man, I told him, I said, if you want to do it, you got to start a new channel, because that shit ain't going to work. So he did. If you do the interviews, again, those kind of things, it's just, that's not what people want moving, relocating. And the other things that I'm seeing a lot of, especially with the housing market, we kind of showed it with the Las Vegas guys, a lot of, you know, what are the interest rates doing? What are the, national style news, right? Like housing market crashes, and what they're doing is not even putting their city, state in there. So I even get students, and they come into my class, and they start doing the videos, you know, the map videos and some vlogs, and then all of a sudden they do like mortgage rates pummel, you know, and it's a national video. They don't even put their city in there, for Christ's sake. So like, now you're just hitting a national audience, and it may get a lot of views, it may not. Usually they don't, but if they do, if they get into that algorithm, right? Now you literally, oh, that's the other thing I wanted to show at the Las Vegas homes. The funny thing about the comments, and I didn't want to go through and read them for like 10 minutes. Dude, those people are from everywhere. That was like the main point I wanted to drum up from the comment section, was Texas, you know, Nevada, it was Florida, it was New York, it was California, it was Idaho. Like all the comments were like, yeah, we're seeing it here in Idaho, Texas. So, I mean, again, now you're getting this national audience who's not moving to your city, who just wants the doom and gloom info or whatever. And they're serving it up to them. Again, it's gonna bring the wrong people in. I just like home sales. I just like to hit the right people with the algorithms. I have done a lot of those mistakes. I've, you know, unlisted those or removed them, but thankfully I didn't do a lot of them. Thankfully, you guys listen to me on the boardroom here so that you avoid them as well. So, yeah, housing market, Zillows, interest rates, those kind of things. Those are what you want to avoid. And I think the number one thing that if I was starting scratch right now, that I would focus on to like really blow up my channel, really garner a lot of leads, especially if I was newer. Who is calling me? It is blowing up. Oh, my homie. It's Halloween night, so I got everybody hitting me up. In fact, before I tell you that, what I would do me a favor, you guys. Hit the like button. Continue to comment down below. Please comment your questions. My email is right here, info@jacksonwilkie.com. Send me your questions for the boardroom. If you're like, yo, Jackson, I got to learn more about this coaching program you're talking about. I'm telling you right now, it is so busy. We're actually doing an interview process, so some people don't even make it in. We want people who are actually putting in the work, so that way we've got like a badass group. So just email me. We can kind of set up that interview. We'll learn about you, your business, and see if you're a good fit. And if you're like, look, I just want all of it and I want you, you can partner with me at eXp Realty. Just shoot me an email and go, Jackson, I need to know about the partnership. I don't know if I want to make a move, but I at least need to learn about it, right? And we'll just hop on a call and I tell you if it works or not, right? You make that decision. I ain't gonna force you to do anything. So either one of those, email me, info@jacksonwilkie.com. But I'm telling you, more and more over, if we can focus on really diving into the relocation process. Every time you're thinking about what the hell to do, dive into maps, dive into areas, really go into depth. In fact, I mean, shit, go to ChatGPT and say, I want you to act as somebody who's moving to such and such market, and I want you to do research for me, and I want you to tell me what are 10 different video titles, 10 different things that people are actually wanting to know when it comes to moving and buying a house. I don't want to do any interviews of local shops. I really want to focus on the relocation process. I really want to do map videos and break things down. Can you help me come up with some titles, right? And that's what you got to do. And the other thing that you have to do in those videos is turn to your audience and look at them and say, look, I'm doing these videos. Will you please comment down below? What area do you want me to talk about more? Where do you want me to go next? What area do you want me to vlog, right? Let them comment. And then when they do that, I literally had a guy, I'm gonna prove it to you. Watch this. Here, it took me a second to find it, but it was 5 days ago. And this guy says right here, his name is Stuart. Like, I was reading some comments. At minute marker 12:09, thanks guys, appreciate the attention to the primary toilet. Y'all are a hoot. 5-star comedians. So I saw him post the other day, he's like, yo man, you guys always show the toilets, but what about for us taller folk? Why don't you show us if you got any leg room, And I'm like, all right, so on the next video, on this video, the one that he commented on, we were showing a house, and I'm like, yo Jojo, I gotta stop you for a second, grab this camera. And he did, and I'm like, we got people in the audience, they're commenting that they're a little bit taller and they want to see the toilet, the leg space for the toilet. So look, I'm 6'3", baby. So Jojo grabs it and I sit down in that toilet. I'm like, look at this leg room, man. You can kick it out. You're good. Hey, I hit him up, right? And it made other people laugh. It's something. So you guys get these comment sections going, but ask them, right? And those are things that you can throw in, and then you actually talk about it in the video and you get really good response, comments on that as well too. So I would really focus on people moving, relocating, the map videos, that kind of stuff. And that's how you're gonna get the best. And you just gotta keep working. You gotta work, you gotta work. None of this is easy. There's more and more competition. Separate yourself, sound different, do weekly videos, call it something, make it yours. And I promise you, you're gonna get more leads than doing doom and gloom, than doing shorts, than doing sphere videos, right? Focus on the people moving, relocating, homies. And I'm getting more and more of you guys going through the boardroom. It's a $750,000 course and it's all free. So start at video 1, watch every single one of these, and you're gonna know exactly what content to do, exactly how long your videos need to be, how to make your videos longer, and just exactly how to grow your business right here.